So Tawaful Wada. So for Tawaful Wada, this is the last rite that you have to do before leaving Makkah. Okay. And of course, menstruating and women in postpartum bleeding, they are not obligated to perform this tawaf. And they do not need to give any fidya if they miss this. Now, if the pilgrim has not, for any reason, performed tawaful ifada till this time, then what they can do is they can combine tawaful ifada and tawaful wada, and which means that the pilgrim will do only one set of tawaf with the niyyah that they're doing, that this is going to be their tawaful ifada and their tawaful wada. And of course, this has to be followed by the sa'i if the pilgrim is doing the Hajj tamattu, or they have not yet performed the sa'i of Hajj for the ifrad or kiran. Okay. And for if you're doing Tawaful Wada by itself, there is no sa'i for the Tawaful Wada. Okay. So we already covered this part. So to give a summary of the obligatory rites of Hajj, if any of these obligatory rites of Hajj is missed, then what happens is you have to give a fidya. Okay. So let's go over the obligatory acts of Hajj. So the obligatory acts of Hajj is ihram at the miqat point, being at Arafah until after sunset. Now, standing at Arafah even for a few minutes, that is a pillar. But to stay in Arafah until after this adhan of Maghrib, that is a obligatory act. So I hope you understand the difference. If you are not at all at Arafah, which is a pillar, then your Hajj is invalid. But if you, for some reason, leave before the sunset from Arafah, then you have to give a fidya. To spend the night or part of the night at Muzdalifah, this is again a obligatory act. To Rami, to do the casting of the pebbles, to shave the head or cut the hair, that is a obligatory act. To spend the nights of Tashriq, which is the 11th, the 10th, 11th, and the 12th, you could leave. Okay, so at least the 10th and the 11th, you need to stay in Mina. To perform Tawaful Wada. So all of these are the wajib acts of a Hajj. If you miss any of them, then you will have to give a fidya. Okay. So to summarize what all the deeds, right, so far, is that you came to Makkah, right? You flew via Jeddah. And assuming that you're coming straight to Makkah. If you're going to Medina, of course, you do not have to enter into your state of ihram. But if from Jeddah you're coming straight to Makkah, then you have to enter into your state of ihram at the miqat. Then you have the niyyah for Hajj alone. We are going through only Hajj tamattu. So you enter into the niyyah for performing Umrah alone. Then you proceed to Makkah and you fulfill all the rites of Umrah. Then you exit from the state of Ihram. Now, if this is early on in the previous months, or even in the early part of Dhul Hijjah, and your group is going to, say, for example, go and stay in the hotel for a few days, right, in Makkah itself, then you can do a lot of nafil, tawaf, lot of ibadah during those days. Then what happens is on the 8th of Dhul Hijjah, you adopt ihram from wherever you are. So from your hotel itself, you can adopt your ihram. If, for example, your group just landed in Jeddah just on the 8th of Dhul Hijjah and they brought you straight to Makkah. They brought you to the Haram. They gave you, say, 3 hours or something, and they said, okay, go finish your Umrah. For the Hajj Tamattu, you go finish your Umrah, and then you exit from the state of Ihram, even if it is for a minute or two. And then, right then and there, you again go back into the state of ihram, which means even if you're not changing your clothes, even if you're not doing your ghusl, but at least, I mean, you need to have the niyyah now that you are going to do your Hajj. And this is your 8th day of Dhul Hijjah. And then you go to Mina, okay? And then on the 9th of Dhul Hijjah, what do? You go to Arafah. And after Maghrib on the 9th of Dhul Hijjah, you proceed to Muzdalifah. You spend the night there. Then in the 10th, you go to Mina before sunrise. You do the Jamarat al-Aqaba. You do the Rami there. 7 stones alone. You do the Khadi. You shave or trim your hair. The first part of Ihram restrictions is lifted. Then you go to Makkah to do your Tawaful Ifada. And you do have the option of doing your Tawaful Ifada on the 11th day or the 12th day. And you follow it with the sa'i for Hajj. And with this, all your restrictions of Ihram is lifted. You return to Mina on the 10th. The 11th and the 12th, you do the Rami in all the 3 Jamarat after Zawal, but before Maghrib. And you do 7 stones in each of the Jamarat. And you spend the night in Mina. If you did not do your Tawaful Ifada and your sa'i as yet, then you go to Makkah, you finish your Tawaful Ifada. You proceed to, and on the 12th day, if your group is leaving, then you proceed to Makkah before the sunset, and you have to perform Tawaful Wada as the last act before you leave Makkah. Okay. On the 13th day, if your group is still in Mina, which is optional, you do the Rami and the all 3 Jamrat beginning after Fajr. You proceed to Makkah and you perform the Tawaful Wada. Okay. So with that, you will be done with your rites of Hajj.